Most men spend their lives begging for approval. You'd rather swallow broken glass than kneel for validation. That's why you're here, because the world doesn't just misunderstand you, it fears what it can't control. Welcome to the Sigma Male community, where we confront the raw, unfiltered truths of the Sigma Male experience. Truths that most men will never understand, let alone endure. If you're here, it's because you've felt the weight of a world that doesn't quite fit, a world that labels you as arrogant, distant, or broken simply because you walk a path few can comprehend. Today we're diving into the 12 dark realities every Sigma male faces but can never explain. These are the silent battles, the invisible scars, and the unspoken burdens that define your journey. They are not weaknesses, they are the forge in which your strength is tempered. But make no mistake, this isn't a pity party, it's a reckoning. A mirror held up to the solitude, the armor, and the relentless independence that both empowers and isolates you. If you're a Sigma male, you'll recognize these truths like old scars. If you're not, you're about to glimpse the anatomy of a man who's tasted hell and kept walking. So brace yourself. This is the Sigma male community, and today we're going to the places most men fear to tread. 1. The solitude paradox. Your greatest weapon is also your wound. You didn't choose isolation, it chose you. The moment you realized most social bonds were transactional, you withdrew. Not out of fear but discernment. But here's the brutal truth no one admits. Loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of resonance. At 3 a.m., when the world sleeps and your mind races, you crave one person who understands without explanation. Not a therapist, not a lover, a mirror. But mirrors don't speak. So you return to the silence that raised you, sharpening your thoughts like blades. This is the Sigma's curse. You're allergic to superficiality but starved for depth in a shallow world. Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in self-sufficiency, in finding peace within your own mind. Yet, even the Stoics knew that man is a social creature. The paradox is this: your solitude makes you invincible, but it also leaves you yearning for a connection that may never come. And so, you walk the line between power and longing, knowing that the price of your independence is a loneliness few can fathom. 2. Emotional armor, the fortress that became your tomb. Brick by brick, you built walls after every betrayal. Now no one gets in, not even the parts of you screaming for connection. You've mastered the art of being present but untouchable. Relationships feel like museum exhibits. Observed, not lived. The tragedy? Your armor worked too well. You've forgotten how to turn the lock from the inside. Those walls protected you from knives but also barred the sunlight. The Sigma male doesn't fear intimacy, he fears the cost of it. Because to be known is to hand someone the blueprint of your destruction. Stoicism speaks of the virtue of temperance, of controlling your emotions to maintain inner peace. But even Marcus Aurelius warned that a man who closes himself off too tightly risks losing his humanity. Your challenge is to wield your armor as a shield, not a prison, to let in the light without inviting the blade. 3. The projection trap, you're everyone's blank canvas. Your silence terrifies people. Nature abhors a vacuum and humans abhor uncertainty. So they paint you with their insecurities, arrogant, scheming, broken. Meanwhile you're just existing, calculating chess moves they can't fathom. Here's the twist: their misjudgments reveal their flaws, not yours. The coworker who calls you cold needs constant validation. The ex who said you're emotionless feared her own chaos. You don't correct them. You let their narratives crumble under the weight of your unshaken presence. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control others' perceptions, only our reactions. The Sigma male embodies this by remaining unmoved, knowing that the opinions of the weak are like dust in the wind, fleeting and insignificant. Your silence is not a void, it's a mirror reflecting their own inadequacies. 4. Success warfare, winning attracts vultures. The higher you climb, the more the wrong people smell blood. Old friends resurface with empty smiles. Lovers materialize, drawn to your aura like moths to a flame they'll never understand. But you see the truth: success isn't a magnet, it's a filter. These people don't want you, they want access. The Sigma's victory lies in letting them orbit close enough to reveal their true faces, then watching them implode when you refuse to play their game. Stoicism reminds us that external achievements are indifferent. True success is in the strength of your character. Your wealth, your status, your power, these are not your worth. They are tools. And like any tool, they attract those who would use them for their own ends. Your task is to wield them wisely, to discern the vultures from the eagles, and to never let the weight of your crown bend your spine. 5. Freedom versus love, the impossible choice. You crave deep connection but suffocate in its grip. Every relationship feels like a negotiation between surrender and self-betrayal. You want love but not the cage most people mistake for it. This isn't commitment phobia, it's sovereignty. Sigmas don't fear love, they fear love that demands their dissolution. So you walk the razor's edge, close enough to feel warmth, but never so close you can't retreat when the chains appear. Stoicism teaches that love, like all emotions, must be tempered with reason. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." For the Sigma male, love is not the enemy of freedom, it is the test of it. To love without losing yourself is the ultimate Stoic victory, a balance few achieve but one you must strive for. 6. The misunderstood syndrome. You speak a dead language. Your words are measured, your silence deliberate. Yet people hear only what they want. Why so quiet? They ask, not realizing your mind is a thunderstorm they're too deaf to hear. You've learned the hard way, explanations are currency wasted on the bankrupt. So you let them misunderstand. Their confusion is their problem, your peace is non-negotiable. Stoicism teaches that we are not disturbed by events, but by our judgments of them. The Sigma male applies this by refusing to let others' ignorance disrupt his inner calm. Your silence is not a flaw, it is a filter separating those who deserve your words from those who would waste them. 7. Evolutionary exile. Growth means outgrowing. Every level up leaves corpses behind. Friends stuck in 2015, family who mistake your ambition for arrogance, lovers who wanted a pet, not a partner. You'll ache for them, but stagnation is a fate worse than loneliness. This is the Sigma's crucifixion. You must choose between the person you're becoming and the people who'll never change. Choose wrong and you'll join them in the grave of mediocrity. Stoicism teaches that growth requires detachment, that we must let go of what no longer serves us. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Your exile is not a punishment, it is a rite of passage, a necessary step on the path to becoming who you are meant to be. 8. The arrogance trap. When your strength becomes your blind spot. Self-reliance is your superpower, until it's your kryptonite. No one questions you. No one challenges you. And slowly your confidence hardens into dogma. The Sigma's greatest test? Staying open to being wrong. Because the day you stop questioning yourself is the day you become everything you despise. Stoicism demands constant self-examination, a willingness to confront your own flaws. Marcus Aurelius spent his life in this pursuit, writing, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Your strength is in your ability to question, to adapt, to remain humble in the face of your own power. 9. Trust calculus, your loyalty algorithm. You don't trust words. You trust patterns. Promises are noise, consistency is your scripture. Most fail your unspoken tests. The friend who disappears when you're broke, the partner who loves your success but not your shadows. But when someone does pass, you'll move mountains for them. And if they betray that trust? The exit is silent, final, and without drama. Sigmas don't burn bridges, they erase entire maps. Stoicism teaches that trust is earned through virtue, not words. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Your loyalty is not given lightly, but once earned, it is unbreakable, until it is betrayed and then it is gone forever. 10. Reluctant leadership, the crown you never wanted. Groups instinctively defer to you. Not because you're loud but because you're certain. Your presence calms chaos. Your decisions cut through noise. But leadership isn't a gift, it's a tax. The moment you accept it, you inherit every failure. The Sigma's dilemma: step up and carry the weight, or step back and watch lesser minds steer the ship into the abyss. Stoicism teaches that leadership is a duty, not a privilege. Cato the Younger led not for glory but because it was necessary. Your choice is not about power, it is about responsibility, to yourself, to your principles, and to the few who are worth the burden. 11. Lone wolf realities, the price of walking alone. The movies romanticize solitude. They don't show the nights you're choking on unspoken grief, with no one to pull you back from the edge. No safety net. No backup plan. Just you and the demons you've learned to dine with. But here's the secret they'll never understand. This is where true power is forged. When you survive storms no one else sees, you develop a resilience that can't be faked. Stoicism teaches that suffering is the crucible of character. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Your solitude is not a weakness, it is the fire in which your strength is refined. 12. Invisible victories, the battles no one sees. Your greatest triumphs leave no scars. Walking away from a fight you could have won. Smiling when you wanted to scream. Enduring betrayal without revenge. These are wars waged in the catacombs of your soul. No medals. No applause. Just the quiet knowledge that you held the line when no one was watching. And that's the Sigma's true legacy. Stoicism teaches that virtue is its own reward, that the only approval you need is your own. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Your victories may be invisible, but they are the foundation of a life well lived. You've just walked through the 12 dark realities that define the Sigma male's journey. These are not burdens to be pitted, they are the forge in which your character is tempered, the trials that make you who you are. If you recognize yourself in these truths, know this: you are not alone. The Sigma male community is here to remind you that your path, though solitary, is one of strength, resilience, and quiet power. Now it's time to take action. Reflect on these realities. Apply them to your life. Let them guide you as you navigate the challenges that others will never understand. And if you found value in this video, subscribe to the Sigma male community for more unfiltered wisdom and practical guidance. This is your tribe, men committed to growth, independence, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. But this is just the beginning. The world needs men who refuse to kneel, who think in silence while others beg for attention, who build empires where others see only ruins. You're that man. The road ahead won't be easy, nothing worth having ever is. There will be days the loneliness feels like a blade, and nights when the weight of your own standards threatens to crush you. But remember, diamonds are formed under pressure and legends are born in solitude. When the weak seek crowds, you'll stand alone, not because you have to, but because you choose to. That choice is your power. That power is your legacy. The Sigma doesn't follow paths, he creates them. Now go. The world isn't waiting for you, it's afraid of you. And it should be. Stay strong. Stay sovereign. And never apologize for the fire inside you.